Hey there, everyone. This is Jordan Shelton from the Outsiders Marketing, and welcome to Instagram Marketing, and welcome to a good preview of the actual funnels, funnel marketing, as well as some very nice extra things on this presentation that truly gets into such things as generating a qualifying quiz, getting into a landing page that has something nice on as a face on it, and then getting into the funnels of it. But first of all, let's go ahead and let's go back to humble beginnings of exactly what is going on Instagram. Instagram has a lot of money going into it right now. And soon TikTok is going to be a big money maker, as it's already is showing. And so nonetheless, let's begin. Instagram marketing funnel. What is happening on Instagram as the top of the funnel? And then you can see it's by me. You can contact me at othersidersoverlord@gmail.com. Yes, that anime is awesome, Overlord. And the website is www.othersidersxyz. Now, why Instagram? Instagram is starting to become the competing search engine similar to YouTube on the suggested searches through the different feeds, and also with the image compatibility is starting to be like Flickr, and it's going to go up to 1 billion users by the end of this year. So the marketing methods that are currently being used, and I'll get into more depth on these, but this is just an overview. Instagram influencer marketing, Instagram video marketing, Instagram story ads, Instagram loop giveaways, and the old classic shout out for shout out. So this is just to give you a very clear overview about what is going on Instagram, why is it being used, and how are people making so much money off of Instagram. So first, the Instagram influencer marketing is the most expensive because certain influencers go at certain prices, but it's the biggest all return on investment in building a brand online. This is best used with macro influencers around 10 to 20K people, or macro with 5K influencers that have smaller groups. When the programs are used, you can use different programs to verify your different audiences. And they either, if you are e-commerce or education website, you can offer them something for free or give them money. Usually a lot of people like a lot of free stuff, and then they post it and they give you a shout out, and then it becomes a win-win where you pay them and then you get their followers to follow you, and then it becomes a win-win. There are websites like Social Blade, Influencer Co., and many different other websites that can give you tangible evidence that you can look and see how many real influencers are there. But mainly micro and macro influencers usually have organic audiences. And that's the main thing that you are looking for when you are building your brand, or you have your e-commerce store, or you transfer your e-commerce store to an Instagram store where people can purchase straight from Instagram, which shortens the pipeline of the funnels. But a lot of people are using this. A lot of people are using these influencers, and basically, it's a big market out there to help build your business, to help bring customers, to help boost up the brand. Now, the second thing is video ads, which people use the video ads, and it's usually 1 minute. You can see it on the different feeds, and they have to swipe up, which takes people out of Instagram into your funnel or your landing pages. A lot of professional people are doing this, but a lot of people are not truly tapping into this. And they tend to record it on their phone, or some of them have a professional video. And the range of these video ads depends on the niche. And this also can be used to retarget it to stay in people's feeds using hashtags, as well as doing ads. And usually they come with the swipe up mechanic, and that usually leads you to these other people that they are following. Now, the story ad is practically when they bring Hollywood reality TV into your phone. Certain people you follow, they show you the reality TV portion of their life. This can be shown in a shout out for the influencer. This is something that only lasts a couple of seconds, truly. Sorry for not iterating on that, but it's like 60 seconds or 15 to 25 seconds. This is an element that is more effective than just posting itself. And naturally, through the feed, it'll encourage people to see it through the search feed on Instagram, which a lot of people do use. And then you have the basic Instagram ad. It's a simple post, simple picture showing the object or showing the person's teaching, and it says the simple thing. It just shows off the item of service. And practically it gets, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because people are more geared towards the different videos, packaging, unboxing, just like reality TV, to see what they get. And so it's just most likely a simple, good picture. You can see it on the feed. But certain things do attract engagement if it's brand new and exciting. If it doesn't, then it's a very different ball of wax. And then you have the loop giveaways. The loop giveaways is the fastest way to get likes and followers. This is done through multiple influencer and have done by many different linking. In other words, they link to each other. Another person links to another person. Another person links to another person. Just like here, it says, follow me, like this post, go to this person, and now it has this person. And it says, if you want to be a part of this giveaway, to participate, follow me, like this post, go to this person, and it goes to another person. And it just links and it links and it links and it loops all the way back around. And it has a very high price of entry depending on the giveaway or who's doing it. Sometimes it's lower, but for an e-commerce store or for personal brands of entrepreneurs, this really helps them out, helps build up the store fast, helps develop sales fast. And so a lot of this stuff is encouraged to do. This is what's currently hot for many different CBD brands, e-commerce stores, personal mentors, and personal coaches. And then you have the old school shout out for shout out, which is this is what links with influencers who are at a certain level. If someone has 1,000 influencers, link up with another person at 1,000 influencers, then you start shouting each other out, and then you go to the direct messages, just like this message is right here. And practically, this is the cheapest and most effective. This happens more frequently than ever on Instagram, since people are trying to get Instagram famous with the different sponsors and all of that. And so practically, that's how the Instagram marketing funnels are working. But then let's go ahead and divvy it up. and actually could look at how real funnels actually look like. Because many, 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 many people who are inside online internet marketing businesses, it's a very different story. So first, let's take a look at Instagram over here and really get into the heavy portions of it. So Instagram videos are used mainly. I'm mainly referencing the most popular thing that's being used. This happened because more and more people to follow, since they want to see and track face. People love to see other people's faces. People love to see people doing things. Not only does this happen, but also using Instagram stories with many different hashtags, it gets you involved in the different searches. And seeing the videos and the hashtags are universal in many different platforms. It just completely opens up a new funnel that you can create. And this whole entire funnel right here is a maximum funnel that can be created. When you start posting more content, having more videos, then things can start to transfer over. If you use IFTT, if not, then there, then now, and then you could take people to the different elements and really lead them on a journey. Because then you could take them to the opt-in page, and the opt-in page goes down, and then the opt-in page goes down to the survey, and from the survey, since you have all the email information, or if they find you on the messenger, which you can link that up from Instagram as well as Facebook. But after you get their email, then you could go through the survey if this is mainly for educational brands. And mainly this site, due to having a Facebook Messenger on their phones, it is way easier to create a chat bot, which you could use different apps like ManyChat, Funnel Dash, to that you can get more information and more qualification from them on a survey. And for example, I'll show you this kind of survey. This is on Typeform. And so basically, Typeform is something that you can build a survey or questionnaire that goes more so heavy into the qualification. You want to know if a customer is qualified, if you're especially given an education brand. What's your first name? What's your last name? What is your address? And you can even get their phone number. And from this, you can link it up to Zapier, and Zapier can send it to the Excel spreadsheet. And then you can have all of this information all coming in. And you can ask what's the name of the business. So practically all of this can be done from Instagram to lead to the landing page, just like this. And then you can gain and gather a lot more information. So it's better to target and retarget. And even though you have all of that, you could still ask them more questions about further product and brand research to find out what your consumer wants. Therefore, they could set an appointment like on Calendly, and then it links to the thank you page. And then for educational brands, you can do a webinar. It can be done live with a PowerPoint presentation outlining what you do. And then the chatbot messenger can hit them all the way back to remind them about the webinar, remind them about the meeting. And if they missed the meeting, you can also use Google on an autoresponder, which automatically sends out emails before and after a sequence or an event. And if they missed it, you can remind them to check out the replay. And just to reiterate, a survey or a quiz is mainly used to filter out the audience, to know what the prospects are, whether or not you know where are they at in the buying process. Someone can be at the top of the funnel, or another person can be below the funnel, or lower end of the person from cold to hot. This can also, you can work in your favor as to do consumer research, as I said before. And then here's a key thing that most people don't really do very well, is that they send people to their website, but they don't know where the traffic is mostly coming from, because you can use multiple venues. So when it comes to landing pages, it is very clear to use Bitly to track the traffic that comes. If you're using Instagram or Facebook, it's better to break it down, go on Bitly, and create your own hyperlink that can also be tracked more easily. For my landing pages, I use Car because it's on the cutting edge. It's just awesome. It's just awesome, but there are many different ways how to do it. But let's say the person bums out, but you can also retarget them. And that's the funny part, is that all these platforms have retargeting just in case someone bails. And the simple strategy is just keeping all of their information intact, and then you go after them. But that's simply how it is when it comes to the different kind of Instagram marketing. That is just a key thing. But let's go a little bit further in depth and actually understand what different platforms are. Because if you're going to be making videos, you might as well know the whole entire layout of the land of some of the most popular platforms. There are others, such as Pinterest and Quora, but those things are geared towards very different audiences, and I'm talking on a more general, broad scale. So let's start off with LinkedIn, since we went over Instagram. LinkedIn is truly a lot more expensive. However, it's a great gem for business to business or business to developer. This is true. Mainly looking at the premium membership, that it should be easier to get in contact with higher corporate execs, because LinkedIn is hyper professional. But a lot of people are using LinkedIn to close deals with mainly businesses to businesses. And it has a lot of the same marketing interface, because they're using a lot of hashtags and different keywords. And so that's what makes this actually a more apparent and more of a gem. The YouTube marketing is more cheaper than Google Ads and different Google AdWords. It's because it's mainly video content, and you can create very slick looking video, and a lot of the video stuff does transfer over to different platforms, even though you have to cut it down, resize it, and reformat it. But you can create links to the different landing page, and the cost per click is a lot more cheaper, rather than looking at the different Google rates. Sometimes it can cost a penny, sometimes it costs 25 cents, but it's not as much as people think. We know Facebook is found everywhere, but Facebook is starting to become a lot more competitive, where before it was $5 to $10 a day, now it's up to $35 a day. And so it is still effective, but it is not as effective as it once was. That's what I personally believe. But then you can use all of this, leverage each and every one to create this funnel, and you're going to get this funnel sent to you. It's going to be in the PNG, but this funnel goes over everything you need to know regarding which part about your business is. And then you can swap out some parts, but you know what parts are there for you to leverage. So, let's say if you're an educational brand, or you're entrepreneur or e-commerce entrepreneur, you're going into different educational brands. Well, that's when you can bolster up. Not only do that one funnel, but here's also another big funnel that mainly people don't really look at, is that the weekly webinar is something that you can do on Instagram stories and some on the Instagram feed. You can go on Instagram Live, and you can go on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, and even live on LinkedIn, which boosts up your reputation as well as where you can be found in the different search results. And so, practically, here's a nice little tidbit tip. And I'm just going to read what I have written down here for you guys to check out. Is that the weekly webinar? This is something that you can do on Instagram stories and Instagram feed. Not only that, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram. And practically it boosts up your search rank. These systems really like it when people go ahead and take the extra mile to go live. And through seeing this is practically, it's mainly for longer form of content, and they use popular keywords and hashtags and all of that. But seeing this way, you can have a different retargeting. In other words, the more you go live and the people that see it for 3 seconds, you can go ahead and piggyback off of that and retarget the people so that they can see 5 seconds and retarget them for 10 seconds, and make sure that it's mobile formatted on the feed. And then when you're doing Facebook ads, this will turn into a lead at the top of your funnel to the opt-in where you can link everything together. This is retargeting your audience. In this example that you guys can look at, you can, that's what certain people are using on Facebook, and it's a really nice, really cheap way. And then just understand that this is a simple tactic, but the average budget is about $35 a day. But since you are going to be doing a webinar, you can use Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook Messenger. You can use the opt-in. You can use opt-in to the Calendly to set up the calendar. And then you can lead them to your weekly webinar. And from your webinar, the webinar is just here to deliver free value, which will lead to the upsell and downsell and the cross-sell. From this, it keeps your customer engagement high, especially if you're going live on the web, which they really like. Then this is a constant flow funnel. This is a process which can easily be repeated. You can just repeat it. And on the sales page after your webinar, when you do your different sales, depending on who you are, or if you know about this or don't know about this, well, this is a nice refresher. The upsell is pretty much the supersize of McDonald's. You want large fries, large drink. And it's with different products that you can have being sold. And this can be a big item, the highest ticket item, or the biggest bundle of items, which this crosses into the cross sale, which we can look at. The cross sale is the cross sales happens to be the carded item is grouped into the whole entire items. with your other items that you can sell with. For example, hunting rifles. Hunting rifles sell well with a binoculars and a compass, so you make sure you don't get lost in the woods. And then it goes well together in a situation, especially when you know your audience. And then if your upsell and cross sell don't work, then you go to the downsell, which happens if nothing more to sell people. However, it is your lowest ticketed item. It's easy to sell, and it's just a consolation prize. But pretty much, you use the webinar for a sale if you're an educational brand, and then if they build a cart after going to the webinar, customer builds a cart, they can be retargeted on any of these platforms, and then that's when you get your most money back, because the hardest customers that bail are usually ones that buy 10 times more, or the customers that already bought. You offer them a coupon discount offers for customers that already purchased, but then you retarget them on each different social media platform, and which leads all the way back up for them to join the next webinar, or for them, if you're an e-commerce brand, to repurchase and rebuy things. And so practically, when it comes to different educational brands, these are practically the different funnels, well, the top to the bottom of the funnel, and then how to start the wheel over and over and over again. So pretty much from Instagram to the funnel, to starting the funnel back over again, to going on to the different things to quiz and qualify people to get in more information, to the landing page, you can see how everything and all of these elements work together. Now, usually the price is clocking above 3 to 4K for my prices of setting up everything, and at least starting from one funnel is usually below around 25. It's usually around 25 to 3K. But to set up all of that stuff with the autoresponders and all of that, it's tremendous value for practically a fraction of the price. So just stay strong, and let me know if you need any help. I'll be willing to help you out. And so you can check out all of this, and you actually know what's the diddly and how your funnel should look. Take care, be safe, and God bless.